Hi, boys and girls. Welcome back to the Apocablog. Day 1434, if I remember correctly, of thinking, well, yeah, this is pretty much what to be expected from now on. This isn't just the theft of an election. This is a message to all of us. Over the past week or so, we've witnessed the theft of an election. Not merely the sneaking theft of an election that is the stock and trade of the Democrat Party, the kind of election that we are used to see, the kind of election shit that we're used to seeing in Democrat strongholds, where there just happens to be more votes cast in a precinct than there are registered voters, or there just happens to be, or finding missing votes that propel a mouth-breathing, room-temperature IQ has-been performer into the Senate, or underhanded spreading around of cash that carried a key jurisdiction in a presidential race. Here, what we've witnessed is a blatant, above-board, in-your-face theft of an election. It is cheating and it's designed to be seen. It is cheating that is intended to send a message. What purpose would this serve, you ask? Why would anyone openly cheat? Isn't the purpose of cheating to win, but let the other rube thinks that you did so legitimately? Easy. They want to show you that they can make you do whatever they want based upon arguments that they don't even believe, and there is jack shit that you can fucking do about it. Using the specter of Chinese lung aids haunting polling places, we've seen entire states mail ballots to people who didn't request them and quite possibly don't even exist. I say specter for a reason. No sane person believes that a polling place is any more of a hotspot for Wuhan than a casino or a BLM demonstration, yet the latter two are not deemed health risks, but standing patiently in line in order to vote, we are told, is like a death camp. We were told that USPS was suddenly up to the task of doing something with 100% reliability. We were told that there was no chance for voter fraud if we distributed ballots willy-nilly to anyone with a mailing address. While votes were being cast, Republican poll watchers were evicted from precincts in heavily Democrat areas. Some of these areas produced nearly statistically impossible 100% returns just for Biden. Thumb drives with votes were discovered days after the vote ended, containing overwhelming numbers of Democrat votes. Observers were banned from the vote count areas. Some Pennsylvania counties appear to have told the U.S. Supreme Court to fuck off and die. Election workers are known to have altered absentee ballots to make them valid. We are hearing anecdotes of GOP ballots being systematically destroyed. None of this is being hidden. Some of it's on video. And the national media are reporting that this is usual. This is common for a tranche of 20,000 plus ballots to arrive without a single dissenting vote among them. This is being done to win an election? Sure. But the larger message is, your vote doesn't matter. And that message is pretty fucking clear right now. They want people in states and counties controlled by Democrats to know no matter how many people vote, the decision has already been made. Kind of like Pelosi said, and Hillary, and Biden. And they are adhering to that policy attributed to Joseph Stalin. It's not the people who vote that count. It's the people who count the votes. Should the atrocity that took place during this election be allowed to stand, we may very well be seeing the first iteration of how elections will be run in the future. Oh, that's for sure. Democrat machine polls will be empowered to do whatever it takes to pull the designated winner across the finish line, and they will not even be forced to hide what they're doing. They will, kind of like I keep saying, they're doing it right in fucking front of you. They will do this sure in the knowledge that no law enforcement agency will show the vaguest bit of curiosity, and the media will gaslight us by telling us there is nothing to see here. Just wear your face mask properly and move along. Now, why would this happen? The Biden transition official believed that the First Amendment has a design flaw, and he has a remedy to fix that. Richard Stengel, according to the New York Post, is a Biden transition team lead for the U.S. Agency for Global Media, blah, 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 whatever. Stengel wrote last year in a Washington Post op-ed that freedom of speech must be restricted, for all speech is not equal. And where truth cannot drive out lies, we must add new guardrails. I'm all for protecting thought that we hate, he said, but not speech that incites hate. What kind of speech incites hate? As far as Stengel's concerned, the answer is that any speech that Muslims find offensive, Even he even wrote, even the most sophisticated Arab diplomats I dealt with did not understand why the First Amendment allows someone to burn a Koran. Why, they asked me, would you ever want to protect that? Well, maybe because forbidding somebody from criticism, including mockery, establishes that group as a protected is a protected class that cannot be questioned, and that in turn would allow this group to do whatever the fuck they want without fear of any opposition, or even being allowed to articulate any opposition. Freedom of speech is, in some, our foremost protection against tyranny. And without it, a tyrant can work his will without any fear of his opponents uttering even one cross word. So now, so here he goes. Many other nations fixing the design flaw. Since World War II, nations have passed laws to curb incitement of racial and religious hatred. These laws started out as protections against the kinds of anti-Semitic blah, blah, blah that gave us the Holocaust. We call them hate speech laws, but they have no agreed upon definition. So it's time to consider these statutes. So basically, this guy wants us to pretty much eliminate the First Amendment. And it's, once you establish this whole hate speech thing, well, guess what they've been calling everything that comes out of a Trump or a Trump supporter's mouth? They've been calling it hate speech. Well, when this guy's in charge, what do you think the consequences of that are going to be? Really need to think about what's about to happen to us people, because none of it's good.